Hey guys, I'm Sheena.
And I'm Jessica.
And this is Christian Chronicles 1.
Oh, one.
So, testing. 1, 2, 3. This side, that side.
Soundbrick Productions. Challenges that Christians face every single day. Lyrics of Jay-Z songs and Beyonce's that will always be in the back of my membrane. Just come up at random moments in my life.
Oh, shit, come up at random moments.
You know what? I don't even want to know what you're about to say. The word of God, scriptures, they come to. We're rolling. We're good.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Every year she ain't dealing with me no more. I just don't know why.
No, I'm not. 2017?
We in 2017.
Oh, we are in 2017 already. Oh my God. I know we talked about the different things or that could prevent people from actually having that relationship with God. One of them being the image that
Right.
is held. The other being just, people telling you that you can't or you're not ready and things of that nature. But we didn't really touch on you actually being that obstacle between you and God.
Right.
A lot of people tend to say, well, I'm not good enough. I'm just not good enough, so I can't.
Right.
Because what would God need with me? Like, what type of relationship could I have with God? Like, I'm nobody.
I remember thinking, going back to the call of ministry when I was like I wasn't at a good place in my life. I was 17 and in high school.
Right.
And a lot of things that transpired.
I was there.
Right, you were there. But a lot of things that transpired my senior year. I changed schools after being, in the county for 16 years plus. And so that was a difficult year for me.
Right.
Plus, I don't know, I think I was just on turn up mode and my mouth was just so disrespectful to my mom and my grandfather was like, it's like World War III in the house.
Right.
And I was just like, she just dropped the clicker. But I was just like, man, how will my family receive this? Because they've seen the disrespectful Jessica, the one that's, kind of rowdy and, loud and
Right.
crazy.
And it's crazy that you say that because that's exactly what goes on. I know it goes on in other people's minds because that actually goes through my mind sometimes when I think of things that I want to do. Or when I get something that God wants me to do, I think first, oh my God, people are not even going to receive it because
Right.
they remember that Sheena that was talking everybody's head off in class.
Right.
And, or just said whatever she wanted to say because
Right.
she felt like she ran the world. But you know what the crazy part about it is? It's not even about that.
Nope.
I'm so sad. I can't even get my legs up. I'm trying to figure out when I got this bed.
Last year.
Last year. You got it last year.
How would you?
It's true.
When your camera crew consists of your daughter.
I'm not her daughter, by the way.
I am, and I'm cute. I'm beautiful.
She's just cute. I give it to her. She get it from her godmom.
I am pretty much done with this.
So the crazy thing is your family actually gets to witness the worst part of you.
Right.
But then they get to witness how God transitions
Right.
you. So it might be rough in the beginning
Right.
because a lot of people won't believe you. A lot of people
Exactly.
won't believe that you've changed.
Exactly.
You might not even believe that you've changed. And some things you won't be instantaneously delivered from.
Yeah, it's not going to happen overnight.
Yeah, it's a process.
You have to be okay with the progress that you make from day to day. And just enjoy the relationship and the journey. because you're not going to wake up in the morning if you've been cussing for 25 years. You're not going to wake up in the morning and all of a sudden
forget words.
I've been delivered. Okay?
Delivered
I don't cuss no more. That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, it's
not gonna happen. So just be okay with waking up in the morning and saying, you know what?
Day one.
Yesterday I cussed 3 times. The other day before that I cussed 57 times.
Right.
So I say that to say
True.
the little progress that you make from day to day is pleasing in God's eyes.
Yes. Just being transparent, I'll just say this. Like, I remember one year, I was like, man, I'm not doing this anymore. I made it through the whole year. Really? Just to get to December at the end of the year to like, mess up. Like, I decided not to drink anymore, right? Of course. Okay. And that was like no wine, no any type of alcohol at all. And like, I made it through the entire year. And I ended up actually drinking a glass of wine. And I didn't really feel bad about it, but I was like, man, look at all the progress I made. Right. So, even with me taking the glass, like taking the drink of wine at the end of the year, I still was like, I made it throughout the whole year without, right. You know what I'm saying? So I celebrated the moments that I did make it. And I was like, I just got to tighten up and not, maybe next year, the full year. Right. No slip ups. Right. But I couldn't beat myself up. I couldn't hold that over my head and be stuck in guilt. Because,
Exactly.
I'm not going to say
that. I want all y'all to know, okay? You're not going to tell me what to do because you don't have Jesus Christ on your forehead.
No, but my initials are J and G, and that makes me a lot closer.
And I think another way to look at it as well is that let's just say you do mess up. Okay, you do some things that you said you wouldn't do and things of that nature. I know I've experienced it, and I would beat myself up and I would feel really, really bad. Right. And then a wise person once told me.
Probably me.
It wasn't.
Aww.
But a wise person once told me that just the fact that you feel that you feel that way, that you recognize that you're wrong and you feel awful about it, God is actually smiling at that because you recognize it,
Do I know this wise person? Oh, shout out to you, wise one.
Anywho, but and it's just like you take that and you move forward with it. Don't stay there, because if you stay there, you'll never be able to progress and continue to build a relationship, because God is happy that you recognize that you messed up, because He knows what you're going to do. Once again, if we say it again, He knows what you're going to do before you even do it, before you think it.
Right. And guilt is a trick of the enemy. The enemy knows that if he can keep you in a guilty place, in a guilty state of mind, in a guilty mentality, that you're not going to move forward because you're afraid of what you've done. Right. When God is like, I've already forgiven it. I've already thrown it into the sea of forgetfulness, and it's over. See, God is not like our parents, and I think that's what kind of messes us up a little bit. Okay. We often compare God to like human. So like, your mom, for instance, I know my mom. I did one thing, and now every week she's like, remember when you did this? Remember when you did that? Remember when you did this? And she won't let me forget it. But God is not like man. Right. When He forgives, it's totally forgiven. Right. He's not bringing it up no more. Right. So who is?
Right.
We are.
Right. So you just have to get past that, guys.
Yeah, we could talk for hours. This is just, but on the real, this is funny. These are just conversations that we have on a norm. Time. Like, this is what we sit and do.
But see, these are conversations that actually open up different thoughts in my head. Different things that when you leave from these conversations, you're like, well, wait a minute. Oh, that really makes me think. Okay, so I look at it this way. And the good part about it is that she has her perspective on certain things. I have mine. But there's no love lost between any of it because it all comes from a good place.
Right.
And so the main reason why we wanted to get together to do this is because we want to open up that dialogue between, you know, the different families, different people, friends, or whomever. We want to open that dialogue so we can start talking about it more.
Right.
We can start talking about gaining that relationship. We can start talking about things that hinder us from actually getting that particular relationship, because what that'll do in the long run will give people a better understanding of it.
Right.
Because there's a lot of people who say, "Oh, well, she always talking about God. She get on my nerves. She posted 5 inspirational quotes on Facebook. I don't know what's going on." But see, what people don't understand is it's not just the particular quotes. Those quotes actually mean something.
Right.
Especially if I have a situation and God has touched me in a way that I just can't keep it to myself. I can't.
Right.
I can't keep it to myself because I want you to experience the same thing that I experienced.
Right.
The love, the forgiveness, the grace. Like, I want everybody to experience that because it's just amazing. So if we open up and we explain and we just give our opinions and our takes on it, it'll give everybody a better understanding of who we are as Christians.
Right. And also healing comes.
Right.
When you can talk about it, when you get it into the open, it brings a certain type of healing to the situation. I was telling my boss the other day, I call it the 8 Mile method. At the end of the movie 8 Mile with Eminem, you know, of course they were freestyle battling and stuff. Before his opponent is able to, like, you know, come back with a response, Eminem basically had highlighted all of his flaws about his mom being this way, him growing up certain ways. So by the time that the mic was placed in the opponent's hand, he had nothing to say.
Nothing to use against you.
It's something about bringing issues to the forefront, the negativity, you know. Of course we want to highlight the positive, but you can't, it's inevitable that you avoid the negative. Right. Yeah. So my perspective has always been to face the negative and make it good.
Right.
Like, you got to acknowledge it.
Right.
You got to put it in the open. You got to heal the wounds, or they're going to stay open.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what happens to wounds that stay open? They get infected.
Right.
So we have to close those wounds.
Yeah.
And I believe that if we can end this on any note, it would be that Christ took every whip and lash for us on that cross.
Yeah.
So
and never once complained about it.
Right.
Never once.
So the wounds that we have, we need to close them.
Yeah. And like I said, just by opening up this but open up this dialogue spiritually, I really feel as if it'll just give not just us, but you guys watching, give you guys the ability to kind of talk about some things. And,
right.
Open up.
And we hope it helps you.
Yeah.
We hope that you have found something enlightening.
And if you guys have any questions or concerns, you can also comment below, or you could send an email to Christian Chronicles 01 at gmail.com. Did you have any?
Let's say that again. Christian Chronicles 01 at gmail.com. We also have an Instagram page where you can follow us at Christian Chronicles 01. And we look forward to hearing from you guys.
And like I said, positive, negative feedback, we welcome it all. So until next time.
Well, let me just say this. I'm a Christian, but if you come with some jokes, I might
anyway, until next time, you guys be blessed.